All right. Yeah, we're gonna take a Vein Ripper. Because Vein Ripper is awesome. So, my broad thoughts on the format. And, you know, this is good for me, too, because I'm gonna be doing the state of the formats tomorrow. White's still clearly, I think, the best. But the second color is... It's not clearly red for me anymore. I've really been liking green. And then the last two colors between black and blue, like, they're kind of close. I don't mind either of them. Like, the worst color in the set is not undraftable, which is a good place to be, right? But, like, I found black, maybe even black. I might even think that black is better than blue at this point, to be honest. Like, blue's just not got a lot of good commons. It's got, like, Deduce and Projector Inspector as the ones I actively like. And the other ones are, like, kind of whatever. All right, so anyways, this second pack here. Barb Servitor. It's Coerce to Kill. There's a land. Yeah, I like me a Coerce to Kill, but I also don't love just jumping into blue-black. White-green, yeah, white-green is one of my favorite decks, too. I kind of just want to take the Escape Tunnel. Like, I don't think Servitor's very good. I could take Coerce to Kill, too, but... Hey, Multiplied coming in. Also, this, like, helps with my Vein Ripper. Okay, and here I'm just going to take Extract over Coerce to Kill. I think Extract's really good. And Black-Green is a place I like being. White-Black's a place I like being. Red-Black, probably not as much, but still fine. Yeah, even blue, like, I legitimately think blue-green's fine in this format. Ooh, white-black control? Huh, okay, so where do we go from here? There's, like, a shock and a no witnesses. I would be fine taking the no witnesses here. I don't hate it. I'm not gonna take an Ally Assail. I could also take a Whip Cracker. Yes, Extract is better than Slice. Pretty firmly. Better on turn 2 and better on the later turns too. Like early on, you kill something. It often does. Sometimes they play like a awesome 2-drop and you're on the draw, and they also got to play something else, and you don't get to nab that awesome 2-drop, like a good rare or something. But most of the time, you get what you want with it, and especially in the late game, you kill the biggest thing for 2 mana rather than like 6 or something. All right, now we've got Clandestine Meddler. Cobb Reconstruction. Meddler's fine. Kind of fine minus, honestly. Not great in like a slower deck. I guess it don't have to be a slower deck necessarily. Like, Vein Ripper's still a good aggressive card. Also on the job. I don't mind taking that early these days. Panther is not on my watch. Yes, early stream. I know, it's very uncharacteristic of me. Do you think the new boosters made draft any different anyway? The wheels and signals different? No, I think if there's a difference, it's very minimal, right? Like, the wheel still exists, and the most important pick of the wheel, pick 9, still exists. Like, I know Sam Black feels this way too. Like, I think if there's a difference, it's so marginal that you shouldn't really, like, plan around it or change your draft strategy or anything. Sorry, I'm just gonna take the Topiary Panther here. I could have taken Not on my watch too, but I like Panther in these slower decks. Oh, I'm gonna take Chalk Outline here. Like, I've been I've been cooking. I've been off stream. I've been cooking, and in you know, some co-op drafts with people I've been drafting with. And Chalk Outline's a really bad card unless you have a very specific deck where, like, you make it a true engine, and we can do it. I can see it. Ooh, you want to be Insidious rooting? Yeah, I mean, these cards do go together. We could just take the bite down on Crime too, but I'm gonna, you know, whatever. We're gonna do it. We're cooking. We're cooking. Hey, T-Note, how's it going? Hey, Armrick. Okay, there's a Get a Leg Up, and that's just, like, a fine card. There's a Mortipede, there's a Case the Shattered Pact. I'm just gonna take the good cheap tempo card. Like, it's not really an aggressive card, it's just good on rate. Slime? Nah, we'll take a Snoop. Ooh, wow. Tunnel, Amateur. I mean, Amateur is not an amazing card, but Wheeling is something. This probably is not going to be a trick deck. Oh, we did it. We broke it, chat. I think I just take Evidence Examiner here. It goes with the stuff. the stuff and things, and I actually really like Evidence Examiner. This is one that I've come up on a lot. So let's organize by ways to get things out of the grave, or ways to remove things from the grave. Hey Sam, yeah, it's to make up for my misgivings yesterday of not streaming. Yeah, I honestly think Simic's fine in this. Like, Simic's one of the better places for the blue cards, I think. Ooh, so nice, we'll take 2. I've also come down on Eliminator quite a bit. It's just clunkier than it seems. You know, point to Mark, of course. It's, you know, it's not even that sacrificing something is that bad. It's that it's not a great card to cast on curve. And when your 5-drop's not great to cast on curve, that's kind of a problem. Like the reason I say it's not great to cast on curve is usually what happens in the games is like, I'm just gonna take this mutation because mutation's awesome. Usually what happens in the games is like, by the time this is about to come down, turn 5, there's like the things you want to kill are the disguise creatures. And you just can't on turn 5, right? Alright, that's a nice one. So, it's not an unplayable card, but it's one that I don't think is super premium. I'm not loving this Clandestine Meddler. I'll keep it here for now, but... I'm also, like, not leaning too hard into this. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, we've got a good mid-range deck brewing, too. Gamble. Yeah, no Skyfisher Spider. Flotsam Jetsam. It's gonna take a Creeper. Creeper's pretty good. Although, maybe we just go real deep. Like, Creeper's just a good card, is the thing. Tipsta? Yeah, like, the problem with Middler is that... Meddler? is that it makes one of your creatures not block, and I just, like, don't want that in this deck. Like, it's fine in, you know, in a deck where I'm attacking, but... Oh, there's the combo piece. There it is. Alright, we're gonna skirt this in this pile here. There's another Examiner, too. The man is getting a little bit suspect at this point, but I'll keep it going. We'll figure it out. We've got a Gardener, we've got 2 tunnels, we've got a Panther. Ooh, whoa. Okay. No respect. No respect. You know, it's kind of funny. My sorting methods in this set are even worse than they usually are. Like, even when I'm not streaming, I notice this. I mean, when I'm not streaming, it doesn't matter because I in my brain, this all makes sense. But, like, as a visual, I mean, I'm roughly in curve order here, but I'm also, like, organizing by, like, packages and my fixing. Like, there's, like, a lot of things to balance as you're drafting this set is what I have found. Like, not just curve, but, like, your colors, where you want to put your disguise creatures on the curve, which, you know, generally just on 3, but sometimes a little bit different place. Like, here, we've got this synergy package here. Oh, nice. So we're actually moving a little more towards blue-green. Like, we just haven't seen that much black, and Vein Ripper obviously needs some black, but... just a little bit. Just a little bit of black. I do like a Demonic Tutor, but I don't like a 2-mana 2-1 that can't block in this deck. I could just take the Eavesdropper. And again, like, black might not be a main color. Ways to sack it? Not many. I'm just gonna take the Eavesdropper. a specialist. I guess we are mostly black-green aside from these. Can blow up my own skeleton with Crawl. That's kind of sick, yeah. I could also just take Unscrupulous Agent. Yeah, 100% double exposure. I really like Gorehound. Like, Gorehound seems like it's just like an aggro card, but it's good at fueling your grave. Yeah, I am that kind of gamer indeed. There's a Hedge Whisperer. There's a Living Conundrum. Are we good at this? I mean, I'm not going to take it here. I'm just mostly pointing it out because it's kind of funny. Alright, I'll take a Whisperer. Second Chalk Outline. Case of the Shattered Pact actually... I can make it trigger here because we got Killer Among Us, but I don't think I'm going to take it. There's Panther. No, I guess I could use a little more fixing even if it's a bit clunky. Tipster. Okay, we'll take a bite down here. We're a little bit light on interaction. Yeah, you know, it's very rare that usually that I'm like, oh man, this terrible card, let's make it work. But this set, it's got the juices flowing for me. I don't know what to say. It's doing it for me, you know? Alright, we'll build our mana and have something functional, I promise, chat. I think I want the bounce spell or agent. Yeah, Robobuild Maverick also really strong in these decks. I don't know, that's what I think is great about this format. Like, cards have such shifting values. And it kind of fulfills the promise of draft that you might, you know, kind of imagine it would, right? Like in draft, I feel in the past year or two, it's kind of been like, okay, there are these synergies, and like, they work sometimes. But like, you should just take the good cards, you know? And not to say that's so untrue about this format or anything, but it's more true that like, the synergy things work, right? Hey, Electric Field, how you doing? Happy second anniversary, appreciate that. So, how are we building this? This is a take all the cards out, put them back in kind of thing. Okay, so green, obviously. We're playing our green cards. I think we're mostly green-blue. Like, what does the black add aside from the Vein Ripper? And the gold cards? Extract? I think I should probably play the Vein Ripper. I know it sounds like weird for me to consider it not playing it, but I'm playing Cadaver for the full-on going deep. Okay, let's see what just straight blue-green looks like, because I mean we have to add a card or two of black, of course. Well, not of course. There's a chance we don't. It also like makes the Panthers worse, because like, what are we doing with them? Roots? Yeah, is not doing that much, but I don't care too much about my win rate in this draft. I think I'm just going to do this as a science experiment. And we'll just like do the thing. It's like, these are the cards to consider. My worst cards are like Hedge Whisperer. Researcher. Although that's so this is actually interesting, because this is a way to trigger your outline the turn it comes down, and that's like one of the problems with outline, that it doesn't do that. Researcher also helps with triple black, yeah. Don't think I play Macabre Reconstruction actually. Maybe we will, but I'm not that into it here. Like, we've got so much value already. This cadaver is not great. Like, clue. I said that 5 times, I'm pretty sure. I didn't count them. I just said it every time I saw a clue card. Yeah, maybe we don't go as deep as cadaver. Nah, like I said, I'm just going to try it out. I still need some cuts. Whisperer. I think I still like exits. Maybe we do cut one, though. Cut a creeper. All right. So it's kind of like this. The mana is like this. Oh, I guess that is whatever. Actually, I should play 18 here. I don't think I should be playing. Well, it's close. Like, I want 18 to get another source in, but then we also have like double tipster, double panther. So I think it's actually fine. That's 6, 7, 8, 9 black, 9 blue, 9 green. It's not too bad. All right. Well, can't promise wins, but you promise a cool deck. Oh, it's Ron. Oh no, we're gonna get our faces smashed in. Speaking of which, yeah, I'll keep it. Hey, Glarm. Oh, maybe not. Blue source? Okay, maybe yes. Alright, so we go get a... Sort of want to get a black source here. But I think blue is probably a little more responsible. So we can just play this researcher and... Oh, there we go. Then for sure play the eavesdropper. All right. Their own researcher. Hey, Sandman is coming with that 6 months. Yeah, I was actually just talking about this. So yes, we will have a Lords versus Resources showdown sometime after the Pro Tour. We don't have a date just yet, but it will be coming. Man, this doesn't even trigger off of, or it doesn't even have your clues tap for mana. I mean, I knew that, but I read it again. I'm still surprised. Cold case cracker, sure. All right, so what's now? Roots plus Examiner plus Tipster? Well, it can't do it all. So we go Researcher plus... Okay, let's attack first. Just get more mana in play. No, Mike, it wasn't even that for that. That was just a system-wide thing for them. But it's probably a good idea not to do that. You're right. Hey, Sam, how you doing? Whew. Nothing. Nothing. Yo, 413 coming in. How's it going? Happy anniversary. I think I'm just supposed to play this Loxodon. I mean, no reason not to, I guess. Top green common. I think Eavesdropper is like the best generic common. Tipster's okay. Tipster's like good, not great. Gardener, yeah, sorry. Gardener and Eavesdropper are pretty close. I guess, yeah, no, you're right. I guess I would take Gardener, pick one, pack one over Eavesdropper, to be fair, so. Yeah, that's like, tier, like, you can have general power level rankings in this set, but it's pretty difficult, I think, to just say like, oh, this card's better than this card. Like it really is fairly contextual. But you know, obviously, pick one, pack one. You're gonna make some decisions here and there based on what you think is the best. Why didn't we attack? I don't want to let that, like, I just don't want to let them trade here. Especially into open mana. Like, I'm not a deck that's, like, all that interested in attacking, to be honest. I could do this and let them trade now, and I don't mind. Get some evidence in the yard. Haven't been impressed with Gardener. Interesting. I've been very impressed with Gardener. So that surprises me. What don't you like about it? Yeah, me too, Burninator. Me too. Also, Killer Among Us gives us a lot of mana next turn. Oh, it's getting countered? Sure, I'll put it on top. I felt it too slow and too expensive. I haven't found myself wanting the fixing. That's interesting. Yeah, I haven't found either of those things, and I have wanted the fixing. I mean, my green decks are not always splashing, but pretty, like, above 50% of the time. Yeah, no, like, this thing's fine. Oh, that's funny. This thing as in this thing. I was like, I have it somewhere. Insidious Roots triggers. That's so funny. That's great. Oh. Yeah, that works. That was hilarious. Alright, get in. What a turn. Yeah, perfect mana. So that also means you had Insidious Roots on the battlefield. A player of culture, I see. Tipster's a little overdrafted right now for its win rate, but its number 8 in commons best open. I mean, it makes sense that a mana production creature will be better in your opening hand, right? Or high opening hand win rate. Oh, this is a hand that we're just gonna die with. Look, the Chalk Outline does actual nothing here, and this card is uncastable. It's pretty good if we draw a cheap card. Like, any cheap card's pretty good. Even a 3, like a disguise creature, I think is fine enough. Yikes. Alright, well, we're keeping it for science. Alright, they play a Hedge Whisper. That's good for me. Nice. Yeah, Tipster's definitely the number 1 card I wanted to draw, and we drew it. No, I haven't liked Hedge Whisperer. The fact that they're just, like, playing out their Inspector kind of makes me think they've got on the job. Whoops. Nice. Good draw. Or this is a, what's it called? The Warden. Yeah, this being Warden would make sense. Do I want to take 8 if it's a Warden? I'm probably okay with it for now. Well, it's a Dog Walker. Okay. Okay, we have 5 mana. We could have 6. Hey, Jokerman. Yeah, I appreciate it. They're fun, and they're easy enough, I will say. And we'll see if they're lucrative. Unclear. But that's not why I make content, so doesn't matter that much to me. Yeah, so I could snoop and flip. I think I just snoop or crack, clue, snoop, play tunnel. The problem is, like, I would like to get Vein Ripper into turn next turn, considering this and considering on the job is a possibility. I guess this grows the Tipster, makes it a better blocker. Also makes this a good blocker, though. Okay, yeah, no, I'm on board for that. I agree. Right. I just can't get a third black source in play by next turn is the problem. Oh, I see what you're saying. But, well, I have to 3 to flip this, and I want to flip this, I think. It's close, though. Do appreciate the cuts, especially during the draft. Gameplay doesn't feel like it needs as many cuts if you want to save some time in editing. Yeah, it's tough, right? Like, I personally like cuts in my gameplay. I don't know what everybody else likes. So it's always a little bit like, I tend to, like, make my content as if I was watching it, you know? I not to say that's the only way to do it, but I think it's, like, one of the better ways to make content. Because, like, you know, if me, a Magic player who likes Magic, can say, hey, I would watch this, I think it's a pretty good place to be. Alright, I think I'm going to take the Examiner here. But I do appreciate all the thoughts, for sure. Oh, okay. Nice. Let's get freaky. Yeah, this is a board. Yeah, Center, I was just about to mention why I did what I did and I made a mistake. I didn't realize that chalk outline only triggers on creatures in the moment. I knew it, but I forgot about it. And so that's why I did that. All right. We're pogging. Yeah. I do have to say, it's kind of like a sign of the way the format's going. I've seen a lot of really mediocre red-white decks that are playing some, kind of have to play some suspect cards. Like, not suspect. Yeah, you know what I mean. Oh, crap. I just auto-clicked. All right. Well, we'll cast this Vein Ripper one day. All right, that's pretty good. We did, Argon. We did. We got the right one with Panther, though. Yeah, deck is humming. Sorry, you can't really see my chalk outline behind my head, I guess. Can you? Well, now you can, but it's here for anybody just joining. Like, I think my deck would probably be fine without it. Yes, I absolutely double exposure. I think it shouldn't be a pile card like I have here, like a Sultai pile. It's a focused card where you're really doing the thing. I do like that we are like going over the top of basically any other deck that we face, I imagine. Yeah, I kind of want to talk about these decks during the next episode, but like there's a lot of other stuff to cover about the format, that doesn't require a bunch of like, all right, to understand how to draft this, you also have to know like where you should value all the cards in 3 colors, maybe even 4, but also like the specific cards you want. It's probably best left for another day. Unless people want a 3-hour-long podcast, which I imagine some people do. But ooh, that's a good one. Okay, so we play specialist, flip gardener. That seems fine enough. Just a bunch of disguise creatures. Yeah, exactly. That I don't want the podcast to be like, to be fair, you probably can't draft this deck. Like that is not the vibe I'm going for. The vibe I would go for is proceed with caution, please. No, we don't have a doppelgang. Ooh, is this getting countered here? I mean, that'd be fine. This isn't doing that much right now. I more care about them putting 3 counters on their creatures. Although I guess the exit specialist kind of solves that a little bit. No, Insidious Ruse is not particularly good. We're just cooking today. That's all. It's got potential to do stuff and things, but all right. Yeah, exactly. You just have to really try to make it good. And even when you try to make it good, it's probably not one of the better cards in your deck. Oh, baby. Got him. I mean, they've got this massive 5/5 now, but got him, kind of. Wait, did I do the wrong thing? I didn't see that they targeted this. I'm so sorry, chat. I just targeted the wrong thing. Yeah, we really got them there, chat. Okay, let's just get our black source for the Ripper. Whoopsie. Okay, that was very helpful. Thank you so much for bailing me out. I know, I was just thinking that, Mike. It's Projector Inspector. Alright, well. Yeah, Extract's really good. Oh, thanks, Light. Appreciate that. What's this? A croc. Alright. Yep. Good call, Burninator. Good call. Oh. Oh. But no creature. Alright, we'll just block. Yeah, it might be recency bias, but I think I like this set more than I like March of the Machines. It's pretty close, though. Like, I don't feel too strongly about it. One way or the other, you know? Cooking. Yeah, Muscular Girl's pretty good. It's like a strong rare, but not an absolute bomb. I think so too, Sam. If this is another crocodile, it's pretty bad. I think I just chump. And I think, like, I don't think we're just winning on the, like, combat exchanges here. I think I just need to, like, churn through my deck a bit more. Oh, we die? Not quite, but sure is close. Panther's a good draw. Bye-bye. Trample check. Oh yeah, opponent's just like up. Well, they're not even up that many cards on us. Like, we've seen about the same, but we've had to jump a bunch. Honestly, I still think we can win this game. I need this thing to survive, but we draw our cadaver. It's pretty good. Oh, looks like it's not surviving. All right, all right. Why didn't they just do that beforehand? Yep, 100% Neo. All right, GG's. Yeah, like, that wasn't a game that I made two pretty big mistakes that game, and we still weren't just, like, completely out of it. Like, one mistake was bouncing their creature when it didn't do anything, and the second one was, yeah, collecting my creature evidence before outlining. But that's why we cook, so we can learn those things. Oh yeah, the WotC equals pigs days. Jeez, forgot about those. Whoa, we got a gamer. Feels like Niv Mizzet, although Niv Mizzet's also not a combo with Leyline, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's not. I would probably play Killer Among Us if we... Or sorry, Eavesdropper if we didn't have Killer Among Us next turn, because we might want to crack Clue, but... Interesting. Yeah, we have 5 colors of permanence in the field too, opponent. Actually, yeah. No, they do too. I was gonna say they don't, but no, this is 5 colors. Alright, I'm just gonna get in there. No, I don't. Saint Mantis, I really don't. I just choose. Oh, cool. Should've waited, I guess. Should've waited till blocks. You get this. I would take Wojak Investigator there. Wow, they don't block? Okay. I don't think that pick's that close, because Wojak Investigator is also bomb adjacent and in a much, much better color, and you can splash it pretty easily. Boom. Did they just draw that? Yeah, I'm not confident that we're going over the top of this deck. So that was a bigger fish. Pitch, Cold Case Cracker, and Soul Innovation. Okay. Land? That'd be good. So we can play Eavesdropper and get back our 3-1. There's not that many Wraths. Just like, there's 3, right? And that's about average. War of the Spark had a ton. I think that was the one that had a ton, right? And, like, the rats in this form aren't even that good. Like, this is the best one. The black one's whatever. The white one's fine. I think 3 is about average these days, right? Above average? Maybe there's 2? Alright. Fair enough. Ooh. Okay. 2 is average? I think I'm just gonna keep a mana leak here. Oops. Nice. If a face down creature entered. Okay, so we can, like, do this. Flip. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we're playing a very different deck than we usually do. All right, hopefully they just slam this big ol' thing and we just kill him. I mean, even if they don't, we have a pretty good chance of winning. I guess if they have just a removal, it's not great. But 2 removal spells means if they just go creature, we're good. They're also at, like, 14 cards in library. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wonder what it is. Yeah, okay. GG. I mean, I don't even need to... Whatever. Cool. Oh, I will be killing this thing. Yeah, Confessions, I think Confessions is the best green common. Or, sorry, best black common. It's, I think, pretty firmly better than the other 2 removal spells. Mutation? Sure. Yeah, I've been, like, going back and forth between Murder and Slice. I think in your green decks you prefer slice, and in your in your green decks you prefer murder, and your control decks you prefer slice. So you can slice on turn 3 when you're holding mana up and they play a disguise creature. Oh, gross. I mean, wait, no, it's not that bad. It's just one. We can handle one. We can handle one cat on our tail. All right, so we play Examiner, or actually Researcher and then Examiner. I think I attack. No, it's a bad attack. Yeah, previous Murder was in Essence, and it wasn't great there. Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah, I'm still getting used to these, like, just the play patterns of these cards. You're totally right. Yep. No reason to do that. I think I just crack here. Yeah, they might have just felt like they just, like, really needed to. Just get rid of the reach creature. Hey, man, Mario, GG's, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think people have figured it out. Like, I don't think... I'm not, like, going into my drafts thinking I'm going to draft red-white. I'm just drafting whatever's coming to me. It's a pretty good one. Ooh, Kellen too. All right. struggle with this Cadaver card. I mean, it's not. It's a card that's best in what I'm doing. I think it's not really like a blue-black control card. I think it's a little bit too clunky for that. Yeah, me too. Me too. Like, this is what you want to set up, these engines, right? It's not just like, oh, I get it back once after they trade. You want to actually be, like, looping it and... Yeah, it does create a really sick engine. No, I know, I absolutely don't think... Like, I completely and fully will say that I'm not playing these games very well at all. Like, this is my process for learning, like, decks that I'm, like, unfamiliar with or don't have a great... don't have great just intuition on. Like, I just jam things at the wall and like just play them and then go, okay, I didn't do that well, let me do it better next time, you know. And so yeah, I completely agree with you, Mark. And yeah, it's still, like, you know, doing pretty well. I'm gonna mull this one, I think. All right. Yeah, a lot of the red... Yeah, it's the red cards get the outlets, unfortunately. Meh. Nice. Good draw. I mean, yeah, I'm not playing particularly well, like I said. And I don't claim to be right now. I try my best, but I forgot we had Crawl Warrior. I haven't drafted mono green, but a lot of the cards that kind of look like they are in, like, mono green cards are just good. Like Bloomkin and Archdruid's Charm, like, I think you should just play them. I don't really think you need too much special going on. Yeah, no, absolutely, Mark. So this could be a 4-2. Looks like it's not. Or they just don't want to cast it. Or, sorry, flip it. Alright, Topiary Panther's a pretty solid draw. Means if we fall a little bit behind, we can, like... If we don't hit our land drop, we can cycle it plus bite down next turn. Ooh, they want their 5th land. They don't play it as a disguised creature. Yeah, Jikaru. It's got a lot, actually. If you just... I don't have an episode name or title or number offhand, but I've covered that topic, like, specifically on certain drafts. Pretty extensively. Oh, what is this? How do I get gotten here? In the meantime, while I think about that, let me just see if I can find one quickly for you. Sorry, hi. I was just saying, remind me when when I finish this game and I can tell you, or I can show you. If it was Toxin, they would attack with the goat. So I think it's just the chase is on and they're going to kill my eavesdropper. That's okay. Like, they don't get to kill both. Oh. Great. Yeah, that's best case scenario, I think. I mean, they binned a reckless detective, so the card they nabbed is probably pretty good. But yeah, I can't complain about that. All right, so I could hit my land drop and crack a clue. Don't love that. I mean, I like hitting my land drop, but could also just take this out now. I don't think I like that either. Okay, I think I'm gonna have a slightly inefficient turn so I can hit my land drop. I think with this hand, it's pretty important. And like, do I Kellen or bite down? I think I just Kellen. I could crack clue as well. Just get in for a vigilant hit. I think Kellen's probably going to destroy this knife. Jetsam. Oh, okay. Gets my panther. Alright, well, I do have to kill that thing. Oh, and I can't even bite down for cheap. How rude. Nope, not like that. I think this is probably a chump turn. And nothing, eh? Well, we are turning the corner quite quickly here. It's funny, like, the format's been out for a week now. Week and a bit. And I've still seen people that are not believers of this card. It surprises me. Every single time I've cast it, it's been great. And every time my opponents cast it, I've hated it. So, like, you know, I guess I still have relatively small sample size. But, like, 17 lands also likes the card. Stalker, okay. Yeah, skill diff. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Are they gonna sack their knife? Oh, they're gonna kill my clue. Sure. That was a draw. Alright, we're just gonna send. Yeah, like I'm not at all saying like, oh, I'm totally right, people are wrong. You know, it's not that kind of thing. I'm just saying. I guess it's maybe the magnitude of how people feel about it, because I've seen people say like they don't like it at all, like terrible, not terrible, like but like don't want it in their deck. And like I could understand not being as high on it as I am, but ouch. All right. Hey, Beers, how you doing? So I don't think it's the best deck, but I do think it's real and very good. It's definitely a deck that it's like, okay, you know, in the early days it's hard to put all the pieces together unless you're Sam Black and do it on day one. But there's a lot of moving parts to these decks. Right, yeah. And it's like not obvious. Like my girlfriend, real and exists. Yeah, my favorite deck in this format goes to another school. You don't know her. Yeah, this deck looks good. That 2-drop slot though. Oh, yeah, I did the right thing. Playing Forest in this deck is always right. Do not have a black blue 2-drop. Yeah, I think Roots is like a little overkill, but Outline is a real card. It's not in this set, Burninator. One of these days, I'm sure it will be. Oh, get it? I was looking this morning. Oh god, I haven't seen like a bunch of spoilers, but I've seen like one or two little things. Like one I've seen a name. Is it a hype chapter? Is it a good one? Have you read it yet? Nice. Yeah, if you finish and want to come back to the stream, give me a 1 out of 10 rating. I mean, all of the chapters are 10 out of 10. I know, but well, book. Oh, we're talking about One Piece. The best book. The good book. What is this? What are you up to, opponent? All right. You got me, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Probably the Giants. I agree with that. Or day. Yeah, the cult of One Piece. I'm a little afraid of a doppelgang here. And by a little, I mean very afraid. Although, a Whipcracker would kill one of the tokens, so that's kind of nice. I imagine if they had it, they would cast it this turn. Maybe not. Oh, nice. We get to Whipcrack this. Oh, also nice. Got him. All right, let's just pass turn. So, Roger Niner, it's interesting because I don't even think it's like number of things to trigger it. I think it's like some specific things. I mean, number of things to trigger it definitely matters. But one of the things you want to consider is you want your triggers either to be quite cheap or free, like this, because when you tap out to play this, you're taking a tempo hit, right? If I block, and this is like a 1-2, it could be as big as the 6-7. So like, I think Forensic Researcher is pretty good. Yeah, the blue-green uncommon's pretty good for it. I think Rebel Belt Maverick, the 1-drop in green. And I guess to give you a rough number, I think you want like 8 things in general. Okay, we'll just take this. Crocodile, sure. I haven't drawn my Vein Ripper very much, which might be for the best. Hey, Guiji. How you doing? Welcome back. I think you can play multiple chalk outlines, but you'd have to be extremely heavy on doing the thing to do it, right? Questions. I can't, oh, wait. I could. I can untap. No, I still can't. Like for myself boxing, or like for your, like, as in like should I do it as a content creator, or like is it helpful as a, individual to do it? Are you asking? Because I think as an individual, my answer would be yes. As a content creator, it's a little bit tough to like make that many lists on top of all the other stuff I'm doing, Yes and no. It's not like I think at its heart, it's not. The reason most people like One Piece isn't that it's a comedy, like has comedic elements to it. Like it's got a little bit of something for everybody, to be honest. I would say if you're like very against comedy elements, no. But if you like it like them even a little bit, I would say yes. Or so if you don't mind it. Because it's not just like, the comedy isn't the main draw, it's the storytelling and the characters and the world building. Like, it's truly a fantastic story. In my opinion. What character I identify with the most? Probably Sanji, I think. What to do here? I can kill the sentry. Make a token. And just block the croc. I would start from the beginning. Yeah. This is like what everybody says. But it's one of those things that just keeps on picking up steam. And eventually you're like, I just want more. Even though, like, it's 1,000 episodes. By, like, 10% in, you're like, oh, this is great. And then by episode 500, you're like, uh-oh. It's going to end in 500 more episodes? Oh no. They've made their move. No, I don't think you want to change your evaluate. Like, this is something that people have been asking about. Like, do I think the set's any different because of play boosters? I don't really think so. I have not been drafting differently. I haven't felt like you've really wanted to draft differently. I don't think I'm going to go for the mutation here. Yeah, sure, Gar. I mean, I'm not saying it's a non-zero thing. I'm not saying it's like, oh, there's absolutely no difference in this set because of play boost, but it doesn't move the needle enough that I would say to somebody, like, let me put it this way. If somebody came to me, and this is something I've done, and they were like, hey, I'm not a limited player, but I played limited before, I'm like testing for the Pro Tour, like, what? How should I approach this set? Are play boosters a big part of how I should approach it differently? I wouldn't spend any time really thinking about that, right? I think that's not a useful way to spend your time thinking about the set, basically. It's just, like, not that fruitful. Because there's not enough... The boosters aren't different enough. Let me just jam here. The boosters aren't different enough that I think you should change your draft strategy by any means. Or by any means isn't the right way to put it, but you know what I mean. Sealed is a little bit different. I agree with that, but again, it's like, are you building your sealed pools differently? Not really, right? Like, for me, it always... The question is always, sure, something might be different about a format, about a something, about a card, but does it change my behavior? Does the difference change my behavior on how I'll draft? And I don't think the answer is yes. At least hasn't been for me. Oh, whoops. I just encountered it. Alright, should be fine still. I do freestyle. Yeah, check out. It's on the podcast feed and on the YouTube, which, you know, is the same as the podcast. So search it either on the podcast feed or on the YouTube channel, and you should be able to find it. Nice. Yeah, the targeting on that counter spell always gets me too. I'm like, oh, I targeted. Good. That's the first time I've actually messed it up, but usually I'm like, yes, target. And it's like, you want to target again? I'm like, wait, what? I just targeted. Green's just good. Like, my take, and this is something that Danelius, who's a frequent poster in my Discord, kind of put me on to, is my take is that... his hand's a little sketch. Keep it, though. Green is better than red. At least equivalent to. Like, I think green is really good. Fake news. Green is LTR, blue, as in like good player, it performs well in the hands of good players and pretty bad in the hands of not so great players. Is that the comparison? I know, I've only drawn it once, Mario, so I was surprised I drew it here too. No, it's definitely not like that, Sand. Like, the worst colors in this set aren't terrible. So, I don't think I would frame it like that. Yeah, and black's just pretty, like, fine. It's totally fine to draft. It's worse, but it's not bad. Murder being bad makes undervalue black. Well, other people don't consider murder to be bad, is the thing, right? Like, a lot of other people just first pick murder and never move off of it. So I wouldn't exactly think that's the main reason. That's a fine enough one to counter. All right, let's get this right. There we go. Nice. I think we're just going to go Examiner Kellen first, though. Oh, we can't. We can't. All right, whatever. I like thought about it for 3 seconds. I was like, okay, whatever. Yeah, Black has Hound. This set's been call time levels of format development. I mean, I know we've only been doing it for a week, but I've really felt that, like, as people have discovered more things, the format opens up a bit more, which is kind of how call time developed. Play the dragon, Alex. Here's my Vein Ripper. Yay! Yo, Fragger. How you doing? Appreciate that. The only true hard fact is blue sucks. Yeah, like, if I'm willing to call a color bad, it would be blue, but I also don't think blue is bad. I know you do, NCA, but I don't think it's terrible. Also, hi, NCA. How you doing? Yeah, like, if I had to say right now, I definitely would say black is better than blue. Black's, like, got a few good commons, and blue's got, like, one. And, like, blue's best common isn't even that great. It's, like, Projector Inspector, which is good, but not amazing. Okay. Oh, I guess I should have played this pre-combat. Missed the trigger here. I think Cold Case Cracker is very medium. Like, it's a C minus, C plus. Like, it depends on the deck, but like I'm not excited by the card at all. Oh, wow. No, this is just the one. Love to see it. Yeah, I got excited. What can I say? All right, that's a good one. Although the Vein Ripper does trump Izoni, thankfully. That's game, I think, right? I've not done the math, but I do not think they can survive this. Like, they chump, they eat. Yeah, no, they're dead. Oh, I collected more than I needed to. Yeah, I mean, these collect evidence decks, they, I have to do math, and you know how I feel about that, chat. Are they not dead? I think they are. This drains off anything, not just your creatures. I see. Yeah, that's fair. But they didn't do that, so. Oh, no, they go to one. Yeah. No, you're right. I'm wrong. It's not like I wouldn't make that attack still, but. Cute. All right. They went on their own terms. Yeah, the other thing about these Sultai decks is that you get a lot of really good rares, right? Like, a lot of the good rares are Sultai rares. Alright, well. Yeah, it does trigger If They Wrath. Yeah, I did say I couldn't promise a trophy with this deck. Wish I could time travel to show how confident I was that this would just trophy. Okay, let's break this down, because I think it's worth doing. We didn't draw roots a lot, to be honest. And it was, like, fine when we drew it, but I don't actually think it added that much to the deck. The chalk outlined it. Like, this legitimately helped us grind through certain games. Examiner's great. I think most of these cards are kind of obvious. Researcher plus Outline's a nice combo, because you can, you know, it's a free thing. You don't have to, it's a repeatable free way to trigger it. I think that's it. The Panthers felt good. Like, they did the thing they kind of promised to do, which is fill your evidence and fix ya.